Shohei Ohtani digs in for the Dodgers in the bottom half of the first inning against left-hander Aaron Ashby, who makes his second start of the championship series, his third overall this postseason.
Another 1-2, and he pokes it down the right field corner. Down into the corner it dribbles. Ohtani is taking second. He's heading for third. Trouble in the corner as he comes around sliding in with a leadoff triple. That was a survival swing. He just flailed at it, got a barrel on it, and poked it down into the corner where Chourio had some issues picking it up, and that gave Ohtani all the daylight he needed to take three. Here's Mookie Betts, a chance to start the scoring in game 3. Betts swings, base hit right center field, into the gap. Ohtani scrolls home. Betts heading for second. The throw in is laid. RBI double Mookie Betts. And the Dodgers out of the gates in game 3, 1-0.
Kind of a misnomer that the shadows make a huge difference, but it's really when the pitcher is in the shadows and the sunlight is on the batter's eye where it really starts to take an effect. And a line drive down the left field line. Long run for Kike Hernandez. Dives and comes up empty. It's up against the wall. Durbin around second. He's headed for third. Here comes the throw, and Durbin is safe with a sliding triple. There's the tying run. 90 feet away is Caleb Durbin hustling out of the box, and as soon as Kike Hernandez came up empty on the dive, Durbin kicked it into gear. He was thinking 3.
Already seeing a little bit more pressure on Glass now than they could muster against those first 2 pitchers in Milwaukee.
Bauers in the 8th spot, 3 out of 8 in the playoffs. And a ground ball back up the middle, a base hit. Bauers ties the game with an RBI single in the top of the second inning. His 3rd run batted in this postseason. And the Brewers answer back.
Bauers takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw is up the line. Nice catch by Edman. Keeps that ball from going into center field. And Jake Bauers steals second base. And the Brewers starting to look a little more like themselves. Pickoff play at second. That does go into center field. And Bauers on his way to third. And he'll be there with just 1 out. A throwing error by Tyler Glasnow is going to put Bauers at third base. Glasnow deals, and a ground ball gloved by Muncy. He's coming to the plate, and the tag is in time. Wow, that was a great play by Max Muncy. Mark it down. Big play in the game early.
So Glasnow will face 2, 3, and 4 for the Brewers, starting with Bryce Terang.
Terang, a swing and a miss. First fastball he saw, and Glasnow puts it right by him. And a swing and a miss. Glasnow strikes him out with a slider. Back-to-back Ks for Tyler Glasnow. It brings up Christian Yelich with 2 away.
Got him swinging. Tyler Glasnow strikes out the side in the 3rd.
Just the way it should be. We've got 2 teams and trying to figure out which one's going to advance to the World Series.
Chourio rings one out to Betts. Hit it sharply, but Betts right there, and it's the 2nd out of the inning. Terang, a Southern California kid. First-round draft pick by the Brewers out of high school here.
Terang sprays it to left field. Kike Hernandez drifts over and makes the catch. So it is 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. The Miz has been filthy so far.
Hernandez pops it up. Bryce Terang will make the call at second base. And it's 8 in a row for Jacob Misiorowski.
Hitting an even 100 is Andy Pages in the postseason.
On the ground, backhanded by Ortiz. 2 outs.
2 up and 2 down for Shohei Ohtani.
And he got him. Misiorowski strikes him out on a curve. 8 strikeouts, ties a Brewers postseason record for a rookie. So we might be getting to the end of the Glasnow experience. His pitch count is at 87. There is activity in the Dodger bullpen. And a swing and a miss. Glasnow's had a nice game plan against Vaughn. He stayed away from him with the fastball. Vaughn will draw the walk. 2-out walk here in the 6th inning. Well, there's the answer to the question. 1 base runner is what Dave Roberts was going to allow Glasnow. Frelick, a very good hitter, Frenchie, in the regular season against lefties.
He struck him out. High fastball at 92. 3 pitches, 3 strikes.
Big test for Miz. 2nd time through against the beef of the order.
Called strike 3. Betts is rung up.
That is now 9 strikeouts for Misiorowski. That sets a new Brewers franchise record
Dodgers had a base runner off Misiorowski in the second, but it came with 2 outs. Now Freddie Freeman steps up with Will Smith at first base. Full count, 1 away. Here he comes, and it's ball 4. What an at-bat by Freddie Freeman. First and second with 1 away, and now Tommy Edman coming up.
And is this the fatigue level right now for Misiorowski?
As Edman swings, he dumps one down into center field. Will Smith has a green light. The 3 home is cut off. Now Freddie Freeman to third. He's safe. Smith scores on the RBI base hit from Tommy Edman, and the Dodgers grab the lead in Game 3.
Here comes Pat Murphy.
And that's going to be all for Jacob Misiorowski, as here comes Pat Murphy to make a change.
There's a base opener, just happens to be at second base right now.
Oh!
And now Uribe throws it away. In to score is Freeman. And a throwing error by Uribe, a second error of the series. And the Dodgers are up 3-1.
Pitchers and errors versus the Dodgers. This one's not even close.
Chourio homered in Game 2 to lead off the bottom of the first inning.
And that one hung right there. Chourio fouls it back.
Look at Chourio.
He's cramping up.
Remember, he's got that bad hamstring.
Visibly upset, and he's hopping his way off the field, and somebody's going to have to take this at bat with 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he got him. Trinan sticks with the breaking ball. That strikeout will belong to Chourio.
You need a couple of Ks to spell the name of Roki Sasaki. Coming on for a second time this series.
Vaughn on the ground in the hole. Betts has got it. Jump throw on a hop in time. Wow! Mookie Betts, Gold Glove form. What a play!
The Dodgers lead Milwaukee 3-1. They need 2 more outs to take Game 3.
Frelick gets jammed. A pop-up. Middle of the diamond. Betts calling. 2 outs. Caleb Durbin is the last hope for Milwaukee in the 9th. 2 hits and a walk. Got him! Ball game! The Dodgers win it! Sasaki closes the door.
Well, the Blue Jays 1 win away from guaranteeing that this championship series goes back to Toronto in search of their first World Series in 32 years. The Mariners 2 wins away from their first trip to the World Series.
And now we'll see what Max Scherzer has in store after walking 2 but not giving up a hit or a run. He'll face 5, 6, 7 in the Mariner order, starting with Josh Naylor.
The windup and the pitch from Scherzer. Swinging a fly ball deep into the gap in right center field. Varsho going back to the 1-2 track to the wall. Leaps up, and does he make the catch? No, it's gone. It is gone. Goodbye baseball. Josh Naylor with a home run right in front of the J-Rod squad. And the Mariners have a 1-0 lead. And the Canadian from outside of Toronto with a home run against the Blue Jays. Give the Mariners a lead, 1-0 here in the bottom half of the second.
Here's Andres Jimenez, who in a similar spot yesterday hit a 2-run homer to tie the game. Runner on second, no outs, corners in. Swing and a deep drive right field. Turning backhand zone, turns at the wall. It's gone! Andres Jimenez for a second straight night launches a 2-run homer, and the Blue Jays lead 2-1 in the top of the third.
What a swing from Andres Jimenez. Again, he works the count. Fights off some tough pitches. He gets that fastball at 95 over the heart of the plate. And again, I think he's trying to move the runner. He's trying to hit the ball to the right side of the infield. But when you get a pitch like that over the heart of the plate, why try to do that when you can barrel it up and get it out of here?
Van Wilson, how aggressive will he be? He gave us the feeling when we talked to him before the game that he would be really aggressive. He felt like the game was hanging on the balance here. And here he comes, going to make a change in the 3rd inning. Just a couple minutes ago, Luis Castillo was walking off of the mound with his crowd roaring after a 7-pitch first inning. Life comes at you fast in the postseason. The night is over for Luis Castillo. It'll be up to this Mariners bullpen to carry the load in Game 4.
So the bases are loaded with only 1 out. Spire had the great year this season, 4-3 with a 2.61 ERA and 76 appearances. And now he comes in a lot of hot water here in the top of the 3rd. looking to face the left-handed bat of Dalton Varsho.
Down and away, ball 4. A bases-loaded walk to bring in a run. Lucas in to score on the RBI from Varsho. Kirk at second and Guerrero at third. 3-1 Blue Jays in the top of the third inning. The Mariners were expecting it. A sac bunt for Andres Gimenez, which feels funny given he's homered each of the last 2 games, but he does the job from the 9th spot, setting up George Springer with a runner in scoring position.
Yanked to left field. That's headed for the corner. Extra bases for George Springer. Kiner Falefa is in to score, and it's 4-1 Jays.
Another good swing from George Springer. He gets a slider that's hanging over the middle, and he rips it down the line for an RBI and a 4-1 Blue Jays lead.
And that will be it for Gabe Spire, who gave up an inherited run in the 3rd and then a run of his own here in the 4th. Dan Wilson out to make a pitching change.
So here's Brash, 1-3 on the year with a 2.47 ERA in 53 appearances.
A big matchup here. Runner at third base, 2 outs. Vlad deep in the box from the right side. Menacing hitter for the Blue Jays.
In the dirt right here, Springer comes home, and it's 5-1. Everything going Toronto's way.
Second night in a row that a wild pitch catches in a Blue Jay run.
Scherzer in a stare down right here with John Schneider as he comes out with a Rosarena coming up. Scherzer 1 out away from qualifying for his first win in the postseason in 6 years. And he sends him back to the dugout. Wow.
He was just going to do a quick word with him anyway. Say, hey, man, you got one more hitter.
Scherzer's 1-2 pitch. Curve strikes him out.
5 innings of 1-run ball. Vintage Max Scherzer in Seattle sends us to the 6th inning. And Raleigh is 0 for 2. One of the biggest keys so far for Scherzer is he has not let Raleigh do damage.
There's a wheel.
And he strikes out Rodriguez on another breaking pitch. All 5 of his Ks have come on spin.
Well, he's in rhythm now, and so when you see a pitcher in rhythm and he's had the success knowing how to limit damage, he's making it happen.
176 career playoff strikeouts now.
There's Polanco.
Home with another 3-2, and it's inside for ball 4. So the 4th walk that he's issued is going to be the end of his night. Instead of letting him face Josh Naylor again, John Schneider's out there to make a change. Max Scherzer 5 2/3. What a night. Scherzer take a bow. Game 4, the American League Championship Series, in position to win his first postseason game in 6 years.
The tying run is on deck. At the plate right now is Eugenio Suarez, who you mentioned hit 49 in the regular season.
Swung on. Looper, right field. It's down a base hit. Polanco racing around third base. He is going to score. The throw to third is in time to get Naylor. The run counts, but Naylor is thrown out at third. And that brings an end to the inning. The Mariners get one, but Barja with that rocket arm that the Mariners have seen before this year, it strikes again. That is a tough way for the inning to come to a close. It's now 5-2. Blue Jays with the lead.
1 ball and strike on Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 5-2 game here in the 7th. Jays getting 3 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th.
1-1 pitch is hit high in the air, right field. Tracking backhand zone at the warning track. Leaps at the fence. It is gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with his 5th home run of the postseason, and the Blue Jays strike back to take a 6-2 lead in the 7th.
That pitch was on the black on the outside part of the plate at 96 miles an hour. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. showing off the opposite field power, getting the barrel to that tough pitch, and just sneaking it out here above that glove of Dominic Canzone out in right field. What a swing from him, and what an important run for the Toronto Blue Jays.
And it is 2 in scoring position. Straw on second, Clement on third, 1 out. 6-2 Blue Jay lead. Hancock sets with 2 in scoring position, 1 out. Lined up the middle, off the glove of Hancock, and dribbling through into center. In to score Clement. The way being given to Gimenez. Here's the throw from Rodriguez. It bounces in offline, and that's a 2-run single for Andres Gimenez. Wow. Clement and Straw score, and the Blue Jays have an 8-2 lead in the 8th inning. So runner on second after the wild pitch. 2 outs in a full count. Bottom of the 9th inning, 8-2 Blue Jay lead. Called strike 3. The Blue Jays have tied up this series at 2. They are not dead yet. An 8-2 win in Game 4 in Seattle.
What an important ball game from the Toronto Blue Jays. Max Scherzer, who we didn't really know what we were going to get today. He last pitched on September 24th was vintage Max Scherzer. He was incredible. The stuff was great. The command was great. There were some shaky spots in the ball game, but when he had to make a big pitch, he made that big pitch. What a start from him.